I'm not running out of ideas. What gave you that impression? Okay. Second take, baby. So, I imagine you've seen the title, and I guess I will preface, there is going to be light spoilers. Although I will try not to spoil too much, if it can be helped, although don't be surprised if you do run into some of these as you go. So, with that being said, Sulfur's kind of weak, guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. She's kind of the weakest member on her own team. I know. Had you double taking for a second there, didn't you? Hey, at least pretend that I did. Guys, please. Please. I've been trying to take so many shots. They aren't working? Okay. That's cool and all. But, we gotta understand first. Who is Sulfur? Like, who is she? I mean, if you've watched the show, you already know who she is. They literally introduced her first episode. But, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go over the simple stuff. Mainly, her job is typically to protect. That's pretty much what Sulfur's mostly been doing. Not even just in that chapter I show, but also I believe in, what was it, chapter 22? I could easily pull up the image for that. But, yeah, she mostly plays defense. But in actuality, she uses her fist most of the time. Although usually that's off cameras because she can't use it normally. And then alongside that, she gets these Bluetooth attachment later on. So that she beats Baiser half to death with. Pretty cool. Like, you just get these Bluetooth ass fists, bro. Like, that sounds amazing, right? And hell, there's this moment here in 51 where she breaks out the octopus by just shocking herself. Although this one's not super important, but I'm gonna consider it. There's also the super speed that I didn't technically mention. But that last one, I'm gonna be real with you, it hardly gets much use cases being on the reel. So I won't speak too much on that. Okay. So now that we know who she is, we gotta understand then, why is she even on the list? Well, I'm sure many of you have seen the teaser, right? The teaser I made with the 4 characters, like with these 4. And as the text says, she's kind of the most interesting out of the 4 that I chose. The reason I chose everybody was pretty simple, but that I chose everybody was pretty simple. For Nemo, well, that's more something I would love to explain in another video because I feel there's definitely more to Libra Bloom than what we see now. So don't worry, she will get her own video. Loco! I mean, that one's easy, but the thing is, that's the problem. It's kind of too easy to talk about Loco. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, the motherfucker who literally cannot aim without Libra Bloom is probably not going to be the strongest of the team. Who's shocked? But, yeah. Again, I think that's going to be better explained in the Nemo video, if I ever make one. And finally, Momo is just here because, like, it's the same reason as Loco. We know she's weak. Sulfur is just kind of the most interesting, at least out of these 4, to talk about. And yeah, it's mainly a case that I'm going by team. If it weren't team by team, then I don't think Sulfur is even considered for the listing. But hey, if we're going by that virtue, yeah, she has to be on the list. And yeah, she kind of stuck out. Like, she massively stuck out. You could argue till the cows come home, but it's just little facts, bros. She's kind of the weakest of Tres Magia. But why is that? Well, let's run by the accolades first, because obviously, if we're going to be doing this, it makes sense to run the accolades. The first one's obviously fisting the Baiser clone. Yes, the Baiser clone, but up to that point, yeah, she absolutely had her right where she wanted her, up to that stage. So, I can give credit where credit is due, even if it's just a wax clone, right? The second thing of note is pretty much putting belt to ass to Baiser and Leopard in chapter 8. Again, belt to ass. I mean, again, I give credit where credit's due. Like, who wouldn't? It's just an amazing little achievement there, boys. And then easily handles Leopard in chapter 7 with that shield. because in that one, Leopard was just firing wildly. She just blocks all the shots. It was as easy as that. Didn't even have to lift a finger, really. Then in 31, she puts belt to ass to visor, as already seen earlier. The Bluetooth hands putting belt to ass, putting her half to death. And the only reason she didn't die is because she pretty much portaled out last minute. Or someone portaled out last minute. Point is, she got away, okay? And then finally, in chapter 51, she broke out of the octopus. I know, seems kind of minor by comparison, but mind you, I'm having to run the accolades here. And technically, there was also the fact that she did try to spin back from Magenta in chapter 53 after a certain revelation they found. I'm going to keep that part vague for the sake of the video, but that was nice too. With that being said though, I've already told you at least most of the notable accolades I could figure out. So yeah, that sounds pretty good, right? Right? Alright, just give me a second, guys. You're gonna see why I'm doing this in just a second. But bring in the laser beam. Wait, I don't know why it does this each time. It takes a while. Alright, let's go again. Oh, there it is. It's great every time. And yeah, that was in chapter 24, which I'm sure at least if you've watched the anime to its end, you're familiar with, right? This ain't the only time she does this, guys. She does this a few more times in the manga too, right? And that would be, why does it take, what's with these lists? Love Avalanche in chapter 34. This Magical Unite Burst in chapter 51. And then finally there's this too in chapter 50 where she nearly has Visor on a t-shirt. Like, she would have had her right here had it not been for Visor dodging last minute, or actually more last second. Yay. It's crazy out here. I can't show all of that because that'd be too erotic, but there's Magenta too, right? You know, with the healing in chapter 34, because had she not healed them here, yeah, they would have been cooked. Because at that point, they were on the ground and pretty much unable to really continue fighting. And Magenta was the last one standing, with Visor, even despite getting hit by the attack, still managing to stand up somewhat. Had it not intervened, this would have been it, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. So yeah, this is a pretty big one. 52. I already showed this image before, but technically I didn't show where she is. Hey, there she is, right? And finally this one. Maybe confused by this one? Well, let's just say they have quite a synergy, and said synergy was able to get Visor on the floor. They would have absolutely had her here had it not been for Alice just barely coming in to save her last second. So yeah, pretty big contributions. But in case that didn't make sense to you, here's a body count drop. Like, why is it that despite having bigger number accolades, by technicality, she's somehow still somewhat what I considered quote-unquote weak? Well, look at Sulfur's body count. That one fight. I'm dead serious. That one fight is the most notable belt to ass that she's done to pretty much anybody. Even the one where she get hit on Leopard. That one, Leopard later got a spin back on her. So I'd hardly consider it. It's something by technicality, but I don't know, man. It bounces out. Here's the Azul body count. Do I really need to say much here? I think you can see that's a lot more bodies than just Visor, right? Y'all can see that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And then here's the Magenta body count. There's nothing there. Is that a metaphor? Is that a metaphor? Who knows, but here's the actual, real reason. The healing again. Come on, the healing again. Now, I can imagine you're thinking, wait, but wouldn't Magenta still technically be weakest because she's not really good at combat? Sure. But when I go by weakest here, I mean more so in part, what have you done for me lately? And also, if the utility is actually super helpful and all. And I won't deny that utility that Sulfur has can absolutely be helpful at stages. I don't know, man. I think Magenta's healing has almost always come in clutch and has been very useful to this team. Like, I'm sorry. In a lot of these scenarios, she doesn't heal the team. They're cooked. It's as simple as that. They're cooked if she doesn't heal them. You could absolutely say I'm being unfair. Say, well, wouldn't Magenta be there too? And honestly, I wouldn't even wholeheartedly blame you per se, but I don't know, man. I just feel Sulfur, unfortunately, is outshined massively by her teammates. It's insane how we're out here. So, in conclusion, it's all love, but like, Sulfur, you gotta lock this in, bro. Like, seriously, got your girl doing you like this? It's crazy. It's crazy out here. Like, what are we doing? You're getting done like this? Lock in! Lock in, bro. Lock it in. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm almost certain I'm gonna be jumped from the high heavens for this. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Tell my family I love them.